Caracas is in chaos tonight. Multiple powerful explosions have rocked key districts, plunging the city into darkness and panic. Reports describe widespread fear as residents seek shelter, unsure of what's happening. Eyewitness videos show flashes and loud booms, with power outages crippling large parts of the city, including government and military zones. Communication is severely disrupted, making reliable information scarce. Amid the confusion, a senior U.S. official claims President Nicolás Maduro has been captured in a swift operation. Though this remains unverified, the Venezuelan government has yet to make a statement, fueling intense speculation about Maduro's fate. Rumors are spreading rapidly, and the silence from officials only deepens the uncertainty. Is this a coup, foreign intervention, or something else? No one knows for sure. The world is watching as Caracas endures a night of fear and confusion. The situation is volatile, with facts and rumors colliding in real time. For now, the fate of Venezuela's leadership and its people hangs in the balance. We'll bring you updates as soon as we can confirm them. Here's what we know for certain. Multiple explosions have been confirmed across Caracas, including near the Miraflores presidential palace and Fuerte Tiuna military base. Widespread power outages are affecting millions, not just in the capital but in neighboring states as well. The electrical grid appears to have been a primary target, crippling emergency services and communications. Eyewitnesses report unidentified low-flying jets and helicopters moving at high speed before and during the blasts. Amateur videos support these accounts, but the origin of the aircraft remains unknown. Internet and mobile networks are down or intermittent, especially in the hardest-hit areas. This communication blackout is fueling confusion and making it difficult to verify new information. The military presence in the city has increased, but their allegiance is unclear. The combination of explosions, aircraft sightings, and power loss points to a coordinated attack. Misinformation is spreading quickly in the absence of reliable news. The facts are few, but the impact is massive. Venezuela is effectively cut off from the world tonight. We continue to verify every detail before reporting. The biggest unverified claim tonight is that President Nicolás Maduro has been captured. A senior U.S. official told CNN that Maduro was taken into custody during a covert operation, but provided no evidence, no photos, no video, no documents. The U.S. has a long, tense history with Maduro's government, so this claim could be psychological warfare or an attempt to destabilize Venezuela. No other U.S. agencies have confirmed the story, and there's been no comment from Maduro or his allies. If Maduro were free, he'd likely appear on state TV to calm the nation. His silence is notable, but not definitive. He could be in hiding, unable to communicate, or genuinely detained. The lack of independent confirmation means we must treat this as a significant but unproven allegation. The Venezuelan government's silence on Maduro's status only adds to the mystery. Until we see hard evidence, this remains a rumor. The world is left guessing about the fate of Venezuela's leader. Our responsibility is to separate fact from speculation. We're watching for any credible updates. For now, Maduro's fate is the central unanswered question. The first official response came not from Maduro, but from Vice President Delcy Rodriguez on state TV. She called the night's events a terrorist attack, blaming imperialist forces and urging citizens to stay home. Rodriguez insisted the government is in control and security forces are deployed, but she did not mention Maduro's status. When pressed about the president, she avoided the question, repeating that the government is functioning. This omission is fueling speculation about Maduro's fate. Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez also issued a statement, declaring the military's loyalty in a state of maximum alert. Like Rodriguez, he made no reference to Maduro's whereabouts. The government's unified message is one of defiance, but their silence on the president is glaring. The lack of direct answers is deepening the crisis of confidence. Citizens are left to interpret what the government isn't saying. The leadership's silence is as telling as their words. The world is waiting for clarity from Caracas. For now, the government projects strength, but uncertainty reigns. The world is watching Venezuela's crisis unfold, with global leaders reacting cautiously. The UN Secretary General has called for restraint and a peaceful resolution, echoing standard diplomatic language. Colombia and Brazil, Venezuela's neighbors, have called emergency meetings and expressed deep concern, fearing regional instability. Maduro's allies, like Cuba and Bolivia, have condemned what they call an imperialist attack and voiced support for his government. The U.S. government's official position remains unclear, with only a brief statement advising Americans in Venezuela to shelter in place. Russia and China, key allies of Maduro, have warned against foreign intervention and called for dialogue. These responses highlight the deep geopolitical divisions surrounding Venezuela. The crisis could draw global powers deeper into the conflict. The world's eyes are on Caracas, waiting for the next move. International pressure is mounting, but no one is taking decisive action yet. The stakes are high for the region and beyond. Venezuela's turmoil is now a global flashpoint. Tonight's chaos is the result of years of crisis, with the last year marked by escalating tensions between the US and Venezuela. The US has imposed harsh sanctions targeting Venezuela's vital oil industry, aiming to force Maduro from power. These sanctions have deepened the country's economic collapse, causing severe shortages of food, medicine, and basic goods. The Maduro government blames the US for the suffering, calling the sanctions economic warfare and using this narrative to rally supporters. Military tensions have also risen, with close encounters between US and Venezuelan forces in the Caribbean. Both sides accuse each other of aggression, fueling a climate of fear and suspicion. Inside Venezuela, the opposition is fractured, with many leaders exiled, imprisoned, or banned. Small-scale military uprisings have failed, but show discontent within the armed forces. The country has become a powder keg, primed for tonight's explosion. Years of political and economic turmoil set the stage for this crisis. The events unfolding now are the culmination of relentless pressure and instability. Venezuela's fate has been building to this breaking point. The world is witnessing the consequences tonight. In a crisis like this, information is a weapon, and misinformation spreads fast, especially with communication down. Our job as journalists is to cut through the fog and verify every claim before reporting it as fact. We confirm events like the explosions only after cross-checking with multiple sources, videos, and on-the-ground reports. The claim about Maduro's capture is a prime example. It comes from a single, potentially biased source, with no supporting evidence. We need independent confirmation, another source, visual proof, or third-party verification before treating it as fact. Until then, we use careful language, claims, alleges, reports. This distinction is crucial to avoid misleading the public. In the age of social media, context and clarity matter more than ever. We resist the urge to be first, focusing instead on being right. Our commitment is to truth, not speculation. The situation is fluid, and facts are scarce. We'll keep verifying no matter how fast the story moves. As the night drags on, here's what's confirmed. Multiple explosions in Caracas, power and communication outages, and sightings of unidentified military aircraft. The government has responded with defiant statements, but neither the vice president nor the defense minister has addressed Maduro's status. The central mystery remains. Where is Nicolás Maduro? A single US official claims he's been captured, but there's no independent confirmation. No group has claimed responsibility for the attacks, and the perpetrators remain unknown. The coming hours are critical for answers. The world is waiting for proof of Maduro's fate and a credible explanation for the attacks. Until then, uncertainty rules. Venezuela stands on a knife's edge, its future unclear. We'll continue to report only what we can verify. The only certainty is that Venezuela, and the world, faces a new reality by morning. Stay with us for the latest confirmed updates.